Hey, Shane knows how to mute my mic, so I'm not going to be like that Flyers announcer today.
Get that stuff out of here! It's Southwest Bias!
Welcome in to another Southwest Bias Live. We're brought to you by our friends at the Husband and Wife Law Team. If you've got a serious injury, call the Husband and Wife Law Team first at 602-783-8841 or visit their website at husbandandwifelawteam.com. And we are live from Studio K. Got the point right. Brought to you by our friends at Circle K. Remember to become a member of the Inner Circle today for free by downloading the Circle K app. What's up, Connor? Thank you for being part of the Bias. Last night, went to my daughter's musical for the third time, going again tonight for the fourth, and be there again on Sunday for the fifth time. And it's funny to me because my daughter tends to be a fairly quiet person, fairly, I wouldn't say nervous, but somebody that, if she doesn't know you, she's not going to open up or talk, and you don't really see her personality. So watching her out there on the stage is quite the experience for me because she's big, she's bold, she gets the laughs. It's fantastic to watch. And it's proof that two things can be true at once. You can be both things, and you're not wrong to say, like her, an individual is shy, but that they're outgoing. Right now, I think two things can be true at once for the Phoenix Suns. They've got a problem with the refs, and they've got a Dillon Brooks problem. Because for the second straight game, Dillon Brooks wound up getting a horribly timed foul call in the final minutes of a game that was extremely close. He got called for a technical and unsportsmanlike contact call against Steph Curry when Steph shot a three. Dillon closed out on him and then kind of hit him with an arm. It wasn't overly hard. It wasn't malicious. It didn't feel like, but it was enough that with Steph writhing on the ground, the refs decided to review the play. I have questions about that because the Warriors didn't have a challenge, and the only reason that this got reviewed was because there was so much of a delay before the play started again because Curry was milking it on the ground there that it gave them time to decide to review it. I think that's a ref issue. It comes after everything that happened against the Lakers, and where with a handful of seconds left, Dillon hits the three, LeBron taps him in the ribs, hits him in the ribs, and then obviously Dillon gets the technical foul for retaliation. That one, again, the refs review, and they get the call wrong. They actually call a tech on Dillon Brooks after the fact when he really didn't deserve it because LeBron actually committed the foul, very similar to the foul that he committed on Steph Curry last night that Brooks did. Both things can be true. There is a Dillon Brooks problem. And I'm not the only one saying it. Dillon himself admitted it last night after the game when he said this.
Yeah. Gotta do some soul searching at home. That's really it. It's the second time. I'll learn from it. Like I said, last little conference or whatever. I'll figure it out.
He admits he's got to do some soul searching, and I believe him. There's some guys that say that kind of thing and then don't actually mean it. I think Dillon Brooks genuinely feels bad that he's had some of these calls go against him and he's impacted a game. let's be fair, likely lost them one against the Lakers and almost cost them the game against the Warriors. It was a 5-point swing in that with 38 seconds to go that closed a gap that the Suns looked like they were probably going to be able to close out the game if that Steph Curry miss had just been a miss. I also think that the refs are showing a bias, which I get the irony. I'm on a show that admits that it's biased, but I think there's a bias against Dillon Brooks because of his reputation, especially against these stars. He's got 9 technical fouls this season. He ranks first in the NBA. Second place is Luka with 6. I mean, Dillon's on the path for that suspension. He's going to likely lead the league in technicals. And I think you could probably argue maybe 4 of those, at minimum, were probably questionable calls. But he doesn't get the benefit of the doubt. And I don't know why. As my former lawyer, so says Jay, says in the chat, yet the NBA somehow coddles Draymond. It's insane. It's true. But Draymond was on a Warriors team that everybody loved, that was the darling of the NBA. Dillon Brooks was the guy going against those superstars and causing issues and getting under their skin. I think it's that simple. The NBA power balance has always leaned towards the star. So when a guy is nothing more than an irritant to those stars, plays tough, hard-nosed defense, which in today's NBA is punishable by refs at times, it gets called. But my biggest problem is in 2 nights, you saw 2 situations that were essentially the same. LeBron did the same thing to Dillon Brooks on a 3 that Dillon made. And they did not call anything after the review. And in the last 2-minute report, they did not admit that they screwed up. And don't get me started on the last 2-minute report. That's like a self-evaluation at work. Who the hell cares? You know you're going to say you're good, right? Nobody's going, you know what? I was the worst employee here. You should punish me. So you've got the same situation, and Dillon, in both situations, is punished. Now, rightfully so, I think that was a foul on Steph. It's light. Some other guys might not have gotten called for it. They probably don't do the review if Steph isn't a superstar writhing on the ground. But I think that was probably right. But the same, almost identical kind of play happens with LeBron, and he's the star. So you know who gets punished? Dillon Brooks. Dillon needs to figure out how to control those things in the moment. I mean, that's the honest truth. Dillon Brooks even admits it. And I think he gets caught up in the moment. And that villain thing is very much on the court. He's a different guy off of it. But on the court, when you're in between those lines, he's going to go at you and go at you in an annoying way on a lot of cases. But that can be true. And the fact that the refs have a problem in and of themselves, a skewed view of how to call games, an unbalanced way in calling games. Usually, I'd pull out the tinfoil hat and I'd tell you that there was a conspiracy theory. And I don't think it's that. I don't think the NBA is putting their thumb on the scale. I think this is the fact that you have these refs that know who the stars are, and the stars tend to be some of the loudest in their face. In fact, LeBron actually can grab you under the armpit and not get called for anything because, well, he's LeBron James. Rules don't apply to kings, apparently, or his airness back in the day. That can be a problem too. And the NBA needs to address that, just like Dillon Brooks needs to address his shortcomings on the court and the fact that this continues to happen. He shouldn't put himself in those situations because he knows that that's likely where it's going to go. But I also don't want him to stop being the aggressive, annoying force that he can be on defense. That's given the Suns an edge and has put them in a position to actually surprise people. I appreciate that about Dillon Brooks. I do not want him to fundamentally change who he is. Now, I want the NBA refs to fundamentally change the way they call games because it is not the way it should be. Dillon Brooks is getting targeted by it. And any situation that is on the fence, right at that line of whether it's a foul or not, right on the line of where they should look at things or not, he's going to get called for it. It's not going to matter. It's going to happen. The NBA needs to fix it. They're probably not. Dillon Brooks needs to figure out a way to temper it, because that's probably going to be the only way to keep them out of these situations. They won last night, even though Jordan Goodwin tried to make it more interesting than he should have with 2 free throws with 0.4 seconds left. And they lost against the Lakers. It evens out in the wash most of the time, but you do not want to be in those situations. The NBA isn't going to change. Dillon Brooks needs to look at it, but they both can be the problem, because 2 things can be true at once. But maybe that's just my Southwest bias. We welcome in the mustache behind the Mac, Shane Diefenbach. How are you, my friend?
Peachy.
What is your take on the Dillon Brooks experience? I know you were watching a lot of sports last night.
I watched the whole game.
What was your take on this? 2 straight nights we've seen this. Obviously, Dillon feels bad about it. But is it refs? Is it Dillon, and what needs to happen?
I mean, I think Dillon's getting hunted to some extent for sure. Like, it's like when you have when you get multiple kids, you're taking care of multiple kids, and one's a troublemaker. You're gonna look at them. You're gonna make sure your eyes hyper focused on them. Or a more relatable thing to you, Espo, when you have a bunch of employees and one's kind of nasty, you're going to watch the nasty one. That's why you always keep your eye on me, and everything that I do is under a microscope.
Oh, I mean, yeah, it is pretty much just you here.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got my good kids and Emma and Max and Leah, and then I got to watch you.
Yeah. So I think it's a combination of both. Look, Dillon Brooks is always trying to push the boundaries of what he's allowed to do. And that can be awesome, but it also can be bad. At the end of the day, I think you get a lot more out of that than you give. You just have to hope that when the moment is at its biggest in the play-in, trying to fight for a playoff spot, hell, even in a rivalry game, that it doesn't rear its ugly head with 10 seconds to go and cost you the game like we've seen it do before.
Well, yeah, I mean, that happens in the second quarter. You probably don't really make much of a deal about it. It happens in the final minutes for the second straight game. It starts to be pretty clear, but I really don't understand what the difference between what LeBron did to him and what he did to Steph was.
There wasn't.
And the review thing, am I wrong that if Steph doesn't flail around like a fish out of water, they don't review that?
Yeah, there has to be some type of thing they fix. I don't know what the right answer is, but it is ridiculous that now, and understandably so, like players now will embellish and stay on the ground longer to make the refs look at certain plays because they know there's a chance it could be a flagrant.
It's soccer now.
Yeah, it is. Which is bad.
I mean, what it told me was when LeBron made contact with Dillon, Dillon should have fallen down like he got punched 100%. By prime Mike Tyson.
100%.
Like, and then is that really what you want to reward? Like, you bring up parenting.
Not.
You bring up parenting. That's like rewarding the kid by giving him candy after he does something really bad because you just don't want to deal with it. Yeah. I don't understand why it's like this. I get it. It's a stars league, but if you do not call it at least close, especially down the stretch, in those final minutes that games are decided, playoff seeding will be decided. Like the Lakers, Suns, Warriors, they're all going to be bunched up in one area there. And when it comes to the playoff seeding and the play-in, and all of a sudden, a bonehead mistake last night by Dillon Brooks and a bad call the night before could have changed everything for the Suns team.
For sure.
Do you think Dillon can actually fix
Soul
it?
search?
Like, I mean,
you know what he needs to do? He needs to go the Wemby route and go find some monks.
Can he do it after the season? I don't want him to do it now. Yeah. Like, I don't want to.
Sure. Is there like a monk to you service?
Is there like a podcast that he can listen to between now and the game in Golden State tomorrow?
Here you go.
Like that he can just soul search and figure out everything?
Dillon, close your eyes. You can beat Ellen in this situation. Close your eyes.
Okay.
Take 4 counts and breathe in through your nose. Ah!
I found my soul.
Yeah, now you're fixed.
I found my soul. All right, we're good. I've got a soul again.
Go. Maybe you can go try to look at the comment tonight. See if he finds something in the stars.
I was afraid you were talking about something else. I thought you were like, it's not going to matter because there's a comet hitting Earth.
Oh,
so, so you don't do the soul searching.
We're not ready yet. Soon.
I actually want him to lean into it, like David, one of the bias in the chat, says Dillon needs to stay the course. Yeah, I think if he tries to fundamentally change too much, he won't be Dillon Brooks. You won't have that edge. The whole villain idea and how he's actually changing things for this team won't be the case. I mean, he had a comment after the game where Brooks said, finally, referring to Oso, he yelled at me. Finally, been waiting for that, been getting under his skin for about 3 months, finally exploded. Like, I love that it's part of his strategy. And then he just kept pressing on him. And I like that because a guy like Oso is a guy that seems like he'd be fairly tempered in most of his reactions and the way he handles things. And sometimes you need that fire. I mention it to the staff around here a lot. There is nothing wrong with friction. Infighting is bad. Friction and pushing back on things is not necessarily bad because it can lead to where you actually find some good change and growth, right? That is what friction can do. And I think that's a good part of leadership. Connor says, how can you stay the course when things don't go the way the Suns want? Because I think most of the time they are. Dillon's getting in their heads. They're causing some changes, in the mentality here. Getting in stars' heads, forcing some bad shots. I think those things are all good. I think it's that final minute, just being aware of, if I make this contact, like he could have just kind of pulled his arm away and kind of went to the side of Steph. Nobody says anything. That's the kind of small change that you need to see, right? In those final minutes. Just, you know what? LeBron hits you in the ribs. They don't call it. Just try to hold it together in that moment so you don't cause free throws. Those small things. I don't want him to fundamentally change because that fundamentally changes everything about this Phoenix Suns team. And that is not a place where I think you should be. I think that causes all sorts of issues. By the way, shout out to Colin Gillespie, who had knee-to-knee contact. He was on the ground like he had a serious knee injury. He had to be helped off the court, goes back to the locker room, and like 3 minutes later, is back on the court. He is out there playing, making big plays, big steals. And Jordan Goodwin out there with the mask. Sometimes the hero you need is wearing a mask. And Jordan Goodwin played that role, getting an unbelievable offensive rebound and getting a foul. Made it a little interesting by missing that first free throw, but hitting the second and winning it last night for the Suns.
It's gotta be tough to hit that second free throw.
What I would have done is take the mask off for the first one, because I'm guessing that mask makes it tough to see a little bit, changes the way you shoot a free throw. I would have taken the first one off, and then I would have done it after that. So on the other side of the break, we are going to continue some of our Suns talk, and Shane has a couple of surprises up his sleeve as well. That's coming up next on Southwest Bias. Gila River Resorts and Casinos. You do you at Gila River Resorts and Casinos, and there's a reason for that, because it is the best place to have a staycation, to have a little fun on the weekends. Hell, you can have a little fun on the weekdays, because 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, they've got you covered at their 4 Valley locations. My favorite is Wild Horse Pass. We do a bunch of our events there, but it's not just that. I love to go out there because of the food. It's unbelievable. The resort out there, if you were just looking for a nice staycation, it is the best that you're going to find in the Valley. That's not it, though. They've got 4,500 live table games and slots on their floor, and the best sports book, the biggest sports book in Arizona. So why not go to Gila River Resorts and Casinos, because you're going to have a great time. I guarantee it personally. You do you at Gila River Resorts and Casinos. Visit playatgila.com for more details and tell them Espo sent you, and they'll give you no discount, but they'll at least appreciate it. Husband and wife law team, if you've had a serious injury due to an accident, you've got to do your research when it comes to your lawyer. You don't just go with anybody. I did that. It's not a good way to go about it. I wish I knew about Mark and Alexa Spryer at the time, because the husband and wife law team, the two of them, take care of those that come and become clients. They make sure that you can talk to your lawyer at any time. They are specialized in serious injuries and accident law. In fact, there's only about 1% of lawyers in the Arizona bar that actually are specialized in this, and their lawyers are. So you're going to want to be able to have that on your side if you have to go to trial. Plus, they care more about what's going to be in your pocket than their bottom line, and that's what you want. So if you've had a serious injury, call the husband and wife law team first at 602-783-8841, or visit their website in the link in our show notes and tell them PHNX sent you. I'm a little scared because we didn't plan this, and for the second time in 1 week, I have my trashy TV correspondent, Leah Merrill, joining me at the desk. I don't know how she showed up that fast after I was reading that ad, but she's here. Are we talking heated rivalry again? I heard there was a big episode last
There
night.
was a big episode. That's not why I'm here, though, although I would love to talk about that. And by the way, if you are a PHNX diehard, I did start a heated rivalry thread within the hockey channel. So come chat with us. We're talking all things heated rivalry in Discord.
Shane, have you started watching it yet?
No.
All right.
He should. One of the characters' names is Shane.
Mustache?
No.
Oh,
gosh.
that would be very hockey. By the way, hello in the chat says, any sexy moth shows after Shane's moth joke last
There was this
night?
moth, right?
No.
Moth
No.
family.
What are you here for, Leah? I'm scared.
So we've been doing a advent calendar here at PHNX since the start of the month.
It's not 11:45.
Well, I know. We usually do it after the show, but we thought, with the holidays next week, or we should do it today.
To be fair, holidays are going on now.
That's
too.
why I kind of
Yeah,
hesitated.
That's true.
But with Christmas, that's what the countdown's for. But anyway, so Shane got this National Geographic
No free ads.
Gemstone Advent Calendar. As you can see, we've been doing it every day. They're phenomenal. So we thought we would open today's.
What?
On the air.
Look at that.
Go ahead and drop your gemstone guesses in the chat. We've already gotten agate. We've gotten jade.
Hey.
We've gotten
bunch.
fool's gold. We have a lot of the green ones. We have a lot of like granity ones. Emma and I are really hoping for a red one today.
Okay.
So we'll see.
Hold on. To be fair, let's pull back the curtain. Emma's been hoping for a red one for what are we, day 20, or almost, day 20 on
Give
this?
it up for day 20.
Yeah, woo. By the way, hello says we're a bunch of stoners. So
By the way, I see the comments. I miss the PHNX Coyote show too. I miss the Coyotes.
That's not what we're doing right
I
now.
don't have any news though.
No.
Sorry.
actually,
I
this
just
is
have gemstones.
surprise. This is going to be the announcement of a new team when we open this up.
Well, I'll
Tracy-
announce my fictional team in the NHL of the
No.
heated rivalry universe.
Tracy
Okay.
says Tiger's Eye. Didn't we get Tiger's Eye?
I think so. All right, I'm gonna open it. Are we ready?
Yep. Let's do it.
The worst
Hold on,
part,
stop that. Hey, stop that.
I
Stop.
will say-
Bad audio.
the perforated edges are not perfect, and it's been bothering me this whole time.
That is a very Leah.
Ooh,
What do we got?
It's not red.
Ooh, is that like a granite? What do we got?
It's white and it has black specks on
looks
it.
like a quail
Here,
egg.
will you- yeah, it's the Dalmatian one. Don't worry. Let me pull out our handy guide here.
Shane, if I run this up to the camera, will they see it better?
No.
All
Okay,
right,
then.
this
Here,
is.
you can throw it to me though. Throw a rock. Throw the rock.
Whoa. Okay. While they show it, Dalmatian jasper.
Wow, it literally just said it's Dalmatian.
Jasper can contain flecks of other minerals.
I'll bet.
It's a little too yellow in the sun there. Jasper can contain flecks of other minerals and even organic material. The name jasper comes from a Greek word meaning spotted stone.
Ooh, good to
I like
know.
it. That's a good one.
So all those guys in the South named Jasper are actually named,
They're named
Spotted
after-
Stone.
they're named Spotted Stone.
All right, good to know. Is there a Jasper and heated rivalry?
There is not.
No.
Although you would think maybe Jasper is also a city in Alberta.
I did not know that. Now my Canadian is better. I know
There
more.
you go.
No more Canadian.
So we have, what's today? We have 4 days left of the Advent. We still need red jasper. That's the one we've been hoping for. We still need rose quartz.
Okay.
We still need the geode, which that's going to be on the final day.
Do you want to laugh because you're a wildcat as well?
Hold on, rock cam.
Oh, rock cam.
Rock cam. If he can find the camera.
Oh, it's on this.
There we go.
There
Hey!
That's a good look.
For all you audio listeners, he's showing the speckled rock.
Go to
here.
YouTube.
Yeah,
It's beautiful.
it is.
This is a good one.
I actually took a class that it was lovingly referred to as Rocks for Jocks at
Are
U of
you
A.
serious?
That was all about rocks. It was
Wow.
a semester-long course about rocks. So I'm having flashbacks to that. Leah, any other show recommendations for the weekend? No?
No, I'll be rewatching all of Heated Rivalry maybe once or twice.
All right. Yeah, she totally surprised me. I had no clue she was showing up, and it's a good thing because I did have a guest that didn't show up today, so that helped as well. Shane, do we have Leah can stay here? We can interact with Leah a little bit on this. Shane, do you have the tweet that went out earlier today that got me laughing here? So ESPN said sources: Rockets owners expand talks to buy move Sun, and Roger Sherman says, quote tweet, absolutely terrifying headline if you don't realize they are sports teams. And that is very, very true because, and the irony is the team, if it does move to Houston, will be called the Comets. So it's all space related.
Yeah.
I love space sports teams.
And technically,
have you guys seen the movie? Oh my God, what is it called? I prematurely sunned here. It's about the sun.
Okay. What?
The movie with
Cillian Murphy.
Cillian Murphy.
What is
No.
it called?
Yeah, we watched it. It's called
Sunshine.
Sunshine. So good.
What?
It's about the sun. What's it called?
What's it called?
Sunshine.
Think about the suns.
Have you ever seen that movie, Espo?
No, I have not.
It's so good.
Yeah,
It's really good.
I'm part Irish. I don't deal well with the sunshine. So
To bring it back to Heated Rivalry.
No.
It's related to Houston. So Jacob Tierney, the creator of the show, when he was on What Chaos, he revealed they were going to create a Houston team. It didn't make the cut of the show, but they were going to call it the Houston Drillers. Was going to be the name.
I wonder why. Did I tell you that I've come up with the name that I want it to be
for the
us?
Arizona team?
Yeah, we talked about having a saguaro
saguaro, yeah.
cactus. I think they should be called the Pricks.
Love it.
The Arizona Pricks.
I
You
love
don't
it.
love it. That's horrible.
Oh, come on.
I mean, the team in Houston was going to be called the Drillers. Come on. We know what the joke is here. We know how this is.
Anyway, we don't have to talk about Heated Rivalry
Connor,
anymore.
What? I thought you were talking about the Suns.
We're talking about the sun.
Well, I laughed too because Connor asked me about the D-backs. So what do you? Yes, I love the Merrill Kelly signing. I'm glad he's back. He is a son of the Valley, and I'm glad
And he was at the
returned.
Suns game last
He
night.
was. So look at that.
Wow.
We've tied it all back around. The sun, and comets and rocks, and it's all there.
Rockets.
Rockets.
Wow.
I mean, look at that. And love triangles and hockey.
This is the kind of content you get the week before Christmas.
Let's be honest. It's the kind of content you get on this show. You want like hardcore X's and O's and numbers breakdowns. You got like 7 other shows on this network. If you want complete ridiculousness and chaos, you've got it right here.
And if you want a joke, I've got it for you.
Oh,
Oh, God.
boy.
If you start the moth joke again, I'm storming off.
Hey, why do seagulls fly over the sea?
Why?
Because if they flew over the bay, they'd be called bagels.
Hey! All right, then. I'm amazed that 45 people are still in here
Let's get out of
watching
here.
this. Hit that like button because this show's ending, and that's a good thing after whatever the last few minutes were. Hit that. Become a Supporters Club member so you can get that Ferk the Rurfs emoji. You can do that. You'll have fun. Hello, I'm very disappointed in you. You're always around, but you're not a Supporters Club member. Hit that join button now. All
I'm
right?
a supporter.
I know Angels have fundage, so go and join that. You can follow the mustache behind the Max, Shane Diefenbach, the man that made this chaos happen today, at Shane Dief. You can follow her at Leah Merrill for all your breakdowns on hockey and hockey-related love stories. You can follow me at Espo. You can follow the show at PHNX_sports. Emma Spots, our social media person's in here. I don't remember her handle, but you can find out how to follow her. Thank you to all the bias in the chat. And remember, I don't know what this show was about, but at least you were here for it. Ahoy, hoy.
We all silly like the mayor.